boy Nick Whittemore here. Real quick, subscribe to my page on here. Run over to Facebook, look up Nick Whittemore Fishing, and give me a like. All right, let's get my likes up so that if I decide to pursue your sponsorship later on, they're like, hey, these are the guys you know. So I realized that I have a video up on making a fluid bed. I just don't have one up on actually painting your jigs. So a lot of people paint their own jigs. Some pros will do it. The ones that don't, that want something a little bit more specific than what they do have. Stuff like that. So it's not as hard as you think. There's a little bit of money to add into it, but to be honest with you, it's not all that tough. So flip through my videos. You'll see the one on how to make a fluid bed. But other than that, I'm going to show you how I paint my jigs, okay? So first thing you're going to need, make sure you have a heat gun, okay? Fluid bed. I use the powder paint, the Protect powder paint, okay? It's not that hard to use, stuff right there, okay? It tells you all the instructions and everything else right back here on the back. Okay, this is going to be brown, so this is the color I'm actually pouring for my jigs right down here that I'm actually pouring for a good buddy of mine for a tournament he has coming up, okay? So you're going to need that. This is just normal paper, filter paper that's going to go on my fluid bed. So always make sure this is open when you first do it. Okay, take this off. Some other things you're going to need, right back here, you can see I got my, right there, I have my, what do you want to call it, my aquarium aerator. Okay, it's a 2-pump one. So, anyway, so, where I made my fluid bed, so they have these right here, okay. So you take one of my little cylinders, right here, just normal paper, put it on there nice and even. Slide this back over the top. Ah, crap. It's on there. This on there. Just good and tight. Now, you want to take your powder paint, all right, shake it up real good. You got to loosen it up, especially if it hasn't been used in a while or you're just getting it, okay? I like to shake it up 30 seconds or so just to make sure that we're getting a good, make sure we're kind of freeing up any kind of clumps that might be left in there, and just kind of really getting air between it to kind of really free it up really good like, okay? All right. So, when you go to pour it in here, you want to start out kind of like this, okay? Ease it in there. Alright. As you see, the reason I like this is because the powder paint just fits perfectly right on the top, so I can just kind of tap it out. Alright, excellent. Alright, I'm going to set that over here out of the way. Alright, now, I'm going to take my aerator, okay? Get in here. Make sure my valve is closed off. Alright, because when I plug this up, what's going to happen is it's going to, and I don't want it to flutter all over my face, okay? So, alright, so I got my aerator running. I slowly open the valve. Good. Kind of shake it around a little bit. Don't want to get the volcano up too much. Just kind of get it. You'll see why they call it a fluid bed, because when you look down in there and you kind of move it, it literally looks like there's water in there, okay? Open it up to where you feel comfortable with it. The more paint you put in here, the higher it'll come up. Right now it's only up to about right here, but that's just because I'm running low on brown paint. Alright, so that's how that's set up. Now, one thing you do want to make sure you do, though, is this is just a freshly poured jig. Now, you see that stuff right here on the top? Alright, so that's what I got to get off. That's from where I cut stuff off at. Alright, so what you want to do is before you get all this set up, alright, I've already trimmed up most of them, but I was going to show you this on video, okay? So, real quick, just want to come in here. I got a little small knife. Pocket knife will do. Just want to slide that stuff off there. Get it nice and smooth on the back side of that jig. There we go. Alright. 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 Now, run your finger over it, just make sure it's good and smooth. Alright, look at that. Look how good and smooth that is there. Good and flat on that back side. Now, this is just an old golf glove I use to protect my hands whenever I hold it. So, alright, don't need that anymore. Alright, so, got my fluid bed running. Now, this little rack over here, I bought it at Target for $3 or something. It's what I'll use to hang them on. Also going to need some forceps like this right here to kind of hold your jig, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right in here. And we're going to get this started up, okay? Alright guys, so we got our setup in here. We got my heat gun going. I'm getting it good and warm. I got my fluid bed here running. Alright. Also, I forgot to mention you want to add in toothpicks, okay? It just helps if the eye gets a little paint on it. You're able to clean that out before it gets on there and dries on there, okay? So, what you want to do is you want to take your forceps here. Alright, I just like to grab the jig about midway in, just like that right there. Alright. Good hot point about an inch over your heat gun. I leave it on there for this size. I think this is 3/8. You're looking for about 15 seconds, 20 seconds, okay? That's what you're looking for, alright? You don't want to really go any more than that or the lead will actually start to melt. But you also don't want to go a little less than that, okay? Bigger jigs will take longer. Smaller jigs won't take near as much time, okay? So you do that, just shake it around in the powder paint. Alright. So, see I got that good shiny shimmer on the back? That's a good. I had it at the good right temperature. Alright, just like that. Now I will take it sometimes and just kind of run it over the heat gun a little bit more just to make sure it's good and evened out right there. Alright, so you're looking for the good shimmer, the good shimmery shine. Alright, hang it over here. As you can see, I already got some done. Alright, so you just want to hang it over here out of the way of the other ones to dry. Alright, so real quick we'll go through it one more time. Alright, so just grip it on there just like that right there. Okay, just like that. Gonna leave it on here for about 15 or 20 seconds. If you don't get it hot enough, it'll be like a dry, it'll look like the powder or the powder's just on it. Means you need to get it a little bit hotter. Don't have to worry about it. You can just run it over the thing and let it melt on there. Over your heat gun and let it melt on there, okay? Alright, so that's about time to lit that one. Alright, so we're gonna shake it around in there. Tap it off on the edge there. Oh yeah, that's a good one. First shot, boom. Kind of has that smoke on it. You just got a little too warm, but that's okay. The good shiny shimmer, okay? This is a prime example of what I want to use my toothpicks for. The eyelid right there is a little bit shoved in, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and, oh, a little hot there. Just take it and spin it and spin it and spin it like that. And then pull it out. And it cleans up that eyelid really nice and well. Alright. Now, all you do, so after I get these done, alright, what I'm going to do is it tells you on the back of the powder paint, you want to bake it in your oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay, some people, I know my buddy has a, a toaster oven that he does his in. Also make sure, you know, it's okay with your wife that you do this. Usually with mine, I'll just hang them on the racks in the oven. They're perfect because they're just slatted like this. You can hang them on there. Separate them a good inch or two apart. And then maybe put an old baking sheet underneath it. So if any excess paint happens to drip, it drips onto the pan and not in your oven, okay? So other than that, guys, just do that. It'll bake them on there. It gets a good, tight, hard enamel so you can bounce it off rocks and everything else, okay? Make sure you have all these supplies. If you like the video, please like it. Please subscribe. Leave a comment or send a message if you have any other questions on it. Guys, like I said, subscribe to my page below. Go to Facebook, like Nick Whittemore Fishing. Also check out my buddy FLW Tour Pro, Cody Kelly. He's on YouTube. I liked his page, so you should be able to find it through my page. Also Cody Kelly Fishing on Facebook, and also CodyKellyFishing.com. He has great things going this year with Frosh Outdoor Travel, FLW Tour, the FLW Foundation, Arkansas Special Olympics, all that fun stuff. He had a great finish at Okeechobee as a top 50, I think. He's like 44. So, guys, check it out. Subscribe below, like my page, and help me get there. Thanks for the support. Remember, guys, 2016 is the year to chase your dreams. Get out there, practice, practice, practice. Good luck and try to find it.